Some people think cats are quiet, polite little creatures. But anyone who has truly lived with a cat knows they are also masters of mischief. Have you ever been in the middle of a serious phone call, only for your cat to leap onto the table, knock over a glass of water, and look at you as if to say, "Well, aren't you going to pay attention to me?" It's in those moments you feel torn between two worlds. One world, the responsibilities, the deadlines, the eyes watching you through a screen or across a desk. And the other, a small, purring creature who believes the entire universe revolves around you. Sometimes it even gets you in trouble. The boss who hears a meow during your big presentation. The guest who laughs awkwardly when your cat steals a bite of food from their plate. The pile of laundry you just folded, now proudly claimed as a throne by your furry king or queen. And yet, here's the strange and beautiful truth. Even when your cat embarrasses you, even when they complicate your day, you love them more fiercely, not less. Because deep down you know something others don't. You know that every little act of mischief, every interruption, every tumble of a glass, is your cat's way of reminding you, "I trust you. I choose you. You are my safe place." Cats don't follow human rules. They don't care if you're late. They don't care about your to-do list, or whether your shirt is clean and ironed. They care about one thing, being close to you. And that's what makes the trouble worth it. Because behind every playful sabotage is a love story too deep for words. So tonight, let's take a slow walk through that story. Through the ways cats bring chaos, and the ways they bring healing. Through the little troubles that frustrate us, and the little miracles that make us laugh, cry, and love them all the more. And maybe by the end, you'll see that being in trouble with your cat is one of the most beautiful blessings of all. The mischief that means love. Think about the last time your cat interrupted your day. Maybe you were typing an important email, hands moving quickly over the keyboard, and suddenly, plop, there they were, sitting right on the keys. Eyes wide with innocence, tail swishing like a metronome. To you, it felt like sabotage. But to them, it was the purest act of love. Your scent is there, your warmth is there, and they want to be part of the world you're creating. They don't understand deadlines. They only understand closeness. Or maybe it was bedtime. The house was dark, the world quiet, and you were just drifting into that soft place between waking and dreaming. Then, pat pat, tiny paws touched your cheek. A faint, insistent meow. Your cat had decided that 3 a.m. was the perfect moment to demand attention. And though your tired body wanted to roll over and ignore them, your heart softened the second you met their gaze. Because hidden inside that interruption was a message no alarm clock could ever carry. "You are my world. I want to share this night with you." Cats have an uncanny way of choosing the worst time and turning it into the most unforgettable memory. The video call where a tail suddenly covered the camera. The dinner guest who had to rescue their food from a curious paw. The carefully stacked papers that became the perfect slide for a leaping kitty. Each of these moments pulls us out of our carefully planned lives. At first, it feels inconvenient, like they're working against us. But if you look deeper, you'll notice that what they're really doing is pulling us back into their world. A world where love is not measured in schedules, but in presence. It's almost as if cats are tiny philosophers, teaching us lessons in the most mischievous ways. They remind us that control is an illusion, that sometimes the most important thing you can do is stop what you're doing and notice the living, breathing creature that has chosen you above all else. And isn't that the strange magic of cats? They push us, tease us, and even embarrass us. But at the same time, they anchor us to the simplest truth, that love doesn't follow rules. It follows the heart. So yes, your cat gets you in trouble. But in the end, that trouble is really just love wearing a playful disguise. The trouble and the tenderness. Isn't it funny? How cats seem to have a secret calendar inside their hearts. As if they always know the exact moment to stir things up, and also the exact moment to heal you. Picture this. You're running late for work. Shoes untied, bag half-packed. Your mind racing with all the things you still need to do. And then, just as you're about to leave, your cat decides that now is the perfect time to sprawl across the doorway like a soft, immovable guardian. You sigh. You plead. You try to step around them. But those eyes, those unblinking, steady eyes, pull you back for just a second. And somehow, in that pause, your racing heart slows down. You breathe again. Or think of the nights when loneliness creeps in, when the world feels heavy, and you wonder if anyone truly understands you. It's in those moments, the quiet, invisible ones, that your cat appears. They leap onto the bed, curl into your side, and without a word they remind you, you are not alone. It It almost feels supernatural, doesn't it? Their timing is too perfect to be random. Like they're tuned into a frequency of your soul that no one else can hear. And maybe that's why their mischief feels so forgivable. Yes, they steal your seat the moment you stand up. Yes, they paw at the door at 2 a.m. Yes, they make you late, distract you, embarrass you. But they also rescue you in ways that are deeper than most people will ever see. Because here's the secret. When your cat troubles you, they're really just pulling you back to the present. They're showing you that life is not only about the rush, the noise, the endless list of tasks. Life is about connection, warmth, trust. To your cat, your lap is not just a place to sit. It's home. Your voice is not just sound. It's comfort. Your scent is not just familiarity. It's safety. And so they choose you over and over, in moments that seem small but mean everything. That's why, no matter how much trouble they cause, your love for them only grows stronger. Because deep down you know the truth. They may be tiny tricksters, but they're also healers in fur. And they carry a tenderness that speaks to the parts of us we rarely show the world. Let's slow down for a moment. I want to ask you something, not as a narrator, not as a storyteller, but as a fellow cat lover sitting across from you with a warm cup of tea. Have you ever felt that your cat knows the real you? Not the version you show to coworkers, not the polite smile you give to strangers, but the quiet, messy, unguarded you? Think about it. When you come home after a long day, your cat doesn't see your tired clothes or your tangled thoughts. They don't care if your hair is out of place, or if you didn't quite get everything done today. They see only the person they trust most in the world. And sometimes, in the most unexpected ways, they pull you back into the present. They jump onto the counter at the wrong time, or meow right in the middle of a phone call. Feels like chaos, but maybe it's their way of reminding you, stop, breathe. I'm here with you. Isn't that a kind of love? The kind that doesn't ask for perfection, but offers presence. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's the one quirky thing your cat does that always gets you into trouble, but also makes you laugh or maybe even cry a little, because it reminds you how deeply they love you? Maybe your cat has stolen food off the dinner table in front of guests. Maybe they've marched across your laptop during an online meeting. Or maybe they've simply refused to move from your lap, even when you were late to leave. Share your story in the comments below. Because here in the Meowsphere, we're not just viewers and creators, we're a family. A family bound together by these small, mischievous miracles that only cat lovers truly understand. And as you scroll through the comments, you'll see it too. The proof that no matter where we live, no matter the language we speak, our cats teach us the same lessons. To slow down, to laugh at the unexpected, and to love without conditions. So tell us, what's your trouble but love story? We're listening. And who knows, maybe your moment will be shared in the next video, so the whole Meowsphere can smile with you. Final reflection. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how much trouble your cat causes, does it? The spilled glass of water, the paw prints on the kitchen counter, the loud meows during your video calls, they fade so quickly, almost like shadows. But what stays is the memory of their warmth against your chest, the way they curl up on your lap, trusting you with the weight of their tiny heartbeat, the way they follow you from room to room, as if the only place they truly belong is wherever you happen to be. Your cat doesn't care about your job title, your bank account, or whether today was a good day or a bad one. They don't care if the world looks at you with judgment, or if you sometimes feel like you've fallen short. To them you are already enough. You are their safe place, their chosen companion, their home. And maybe that's why their little mischief feels less like a burden and more like a gift. Because yes, they push us out of our routines. They pull us away from serious life. But in doing so, they remind us of what's real. That love is not about perfection. It's not about being in control all the time. Love is messy. It interrupts. It gets you in trouble. And it's worth every second. So the next time your cat embarrasses you, or makes you late, or leaves you sighing in frustration, take a breath, smile. Because hidden in that moment of chaos is the purest kind of devotion. Your cat may never say the words, I love you, but they live it in every leap onto your lap, in every gentle nudge of their head, in every mischievous act that ties your life to theirs. And when you look back years from now, you won't remember the trouble. You'll remember the love, the laughter, the way their small paws left the biggest prints on your heart. So let yourself be interrupted. Let yourself be loved even in the chaos, because you don't need to be perfect. To your cat, you already are their whole world. Call to action. So now, dear friend, As we close this little journey together, I want to leave you with a thought. Cats don't come into our lives by accident. They arrive like whispers, sometimes timid, sometimes bold, and they carve themselves into our daily routines. With paws both gentle and mischievous, yes, they'll get you in trouble. They'll topple plants, claim your clean laundry, and demand food the moment you sit down to eat. But they'll also teach you patience, soften your hardest days, and remind you that love can be simple, so very simple. Here in the Meowsphere, we believe these moments are more than stories. They're threads in a bigger tapestry. A tapestry woven from every laugh, every sigh, every tear we've ever shared with our cats. And I would love for you to be part of it. If this video touched your heart, if it made you feel even a little closer to your cat, I invite you to stay, like, subscribe, and join this growing family of people who understand that cats are not just pets. They're healers, comedians, teachers, and soulmates. But more than that, I'd love to hear your story. Tell us in the comments. What's the one moment your cat got you into the biggest trouble, but still made you love them more than ever? Did they leap onto the kitchen counter during a holiday dinner? Crash through a Zoom call at the exact wrong time? Or maybe simply refuse to move from your lap, even if the world was waiting for you outside the door? Share it, because your story might be the one that makes another cat lover feel less alone tonight. It might be the one that reminds someone somewhere why the chaos is always worth it. And who knows, in the next video, your story may find its way here, to be celebrated by the whole Meowsphere family. So let's build this circle together. A circle where we don't just talk about caring for cats, but about loving better, through their lessons, their trouble, and their endless devotion. Thank you for letting me share this time with you. Thank you for holding space in your heart for these beautiful, troublesome, magical creatures. And until we meet again, may your days be filled with soft paws, gentle purrs, and just the right amount of trouble to remind you that love is alive in your home. Good night, dear friend. Good night from the Meowsphere.